Let's go.
From Nintendo and Illumination.
The Super Mario Brothers can take care of the kingdom.
Comes a super-powered adventure. Woohoo! On April 1st.
Pack our things.
The galaxy gets even bigger.
He knows that's my bike, right?
Yes.
The Super Mario Galaxy movie. Rated PG. Only theaters April 1st. Get tickets now.
When you want your spring break to feel like... and your kids' pool day to feel like... and your hotel bed to feel like... ooh, and room service to feel like... because at Hilton, hospitality feels like...
Your cabana's ready. Would you like fresh towels?
It matters where you stay. Book now at Hilton.com. Hilton, for the stay.
It's Deprogram, the podcast where we try to get you into a band. That's right. We've done all the work for you. All you have to do is press play and listen. My name is Justin, and you could say I'm band curious. I like to discover new bands, and what a better place to do it than this podcast if you are like me. But I like to bring in my friends to talk about bands that they love, and they try to get me into it. And in doing so, we come out with a top 10 starter kit list for you to listen to, so you can get into the band. Today, you could say that, I don't know, we're going to Japan. You could say we're going to Spain. You could say we're going to France, Nicaragua, however you want to do it. Any of those countries. Or you could just say we're talking about Botch. And the way this is listed, I have to... So, John, you're first, which I assume means it was probably on a big list at a point that you submitted.
Yeah.
So talk to me about...
Botch is a band I've wanted to do for a long time.
Okay, so we're finally getting them off the list. So talk to me about Botch.
Yeah, Botch is one of those bands that, again, like, transcended their genre a little bit. Like, they're ostensibly a hardcore band, but they take elements of like metal and punk and indie rock and all different kinds of things to kind of like they're very technical. They kind of meld it all together to make this like unique sound that like no one else had. And like, you know, we did Cave In last year, and like kind of a similar thing, but Cave In took it in a very different direction. Like, they went a more commercial direction, a more like rock oriented thing. But Botch was like, for a while they were like the heaviest thing going, and like when those records came out, I was like, man, there's nothing else that sounds like this. So yeah, I've been wanting to do them for a long time.
So funnily enough, I see conversations going on in the Deprogram channels occasionally that I can't chime in on, and I think, Brian, you had signed up for it initially, like on the sign-up sheet or something. And I remember seeing you kind of talking about Botch. So I'm curious as to where... I feel like I read that this was like just a band that you kind of half discovered, and you were like, oh, well, this was an excuse to get in on them.
Yeah, so I was going through the list, and I think John had mentioned it. You know, I think he listed, like, in the chat, like,
that's right, like
15 bands that have been kicking around for a long time and he really wanted to get to. So usually when people do that, like, I'll go through real quick and just, you know, give like a quick listen to all the bands. And I'm not usually like the biggest like punk fan. So I was like, you know, and I know like a lot of John's bands are. So I started listening through, and I don't even remember which song or two like I picked from this band to like listen to. And I was like, okay, this is a little more hardcore. Like I do like a lot more like hardcore punk. And I listen to basically any kind of metal. So I was like, yeah, you know, I'll put it on there. And then I think it was even like still like, months and months later, it still hadn't happened. And then, yeah, so this was and then I kind of like forgot about it. So this was kind of like, this was almost purely like a discovery for me, besides like the 2 songs I listened to, before I agreed to, hop on with him.
So referencing that list, I think it ended up on another list that John put in the chat, and then Andrew was like, yeah. And this is how bad, I won't go into full details, but you guys need to know, this part of the story of how bad Andrew wanted to come talk about Botch today. Feeling a bit under the weather because of life circumstances, and was bowing out. And when we said, well, we probably can't reschedule, he was like, you know what? I really want to be here. Screw it, I'm staying up. So, Andrew, clearly this one is a big one for you. Talk to me about Botch.
So, yeah, Botch is a band that I know I've mentioned in my past episodes, like kind of how there's these formative moments in like my musical discovery and my musical journey. And I would have been around 17, 18 years old when I discovered, like, I was already into kind of heavy stuff at the time, more like, nu metal, like System of a Down and Tool and Deftones, that kind of stuff. And then, we finally get internet in Nova Scotia, and I get LimeWire, and I start discovering all these underground bands, just from like them, like on a website or something, being compared to, System of a Down or whatever. And that's kind of how I discovered this scene, like not this scene, but this genre of metal or punk, like the metallic hardcore, I think is what they kind of refer to it as. Instead of saying metalcore, because metalcore is kind of a slur if you like listen to underground music or play underground music. So this stuff I always seen referred to as metallic hardcore, like Botch, for instance, Cave In, Converge, Dillinger Escape Plan, Between the Buried and Me's early stuff, like that kind of thing. So Botch just kind of came to me through my discovery of a lot of that other stuff. And Botch is one that immediately grabbed me, whereas I think I had mentioned in the Cave In episode, like Cave In didn't get me right away. Like it took me a while to warm up to them, but Botch, like I heard the songs that I downloaded off LimeWire, the first 2 were St. Matthew Returns to the Womb and Dead for a Minute. And it was like 5 seconds into St. Matthew Returns to the Womb, hearing that riff, and it was just like that. It changed me, like it changed the way that I looked at heavy music, instead of thinking of heavy music as just like this, like simple, like aggressive type thing. It was they were still aggressive and heavy, but it was sophisticated in the musicality of it. Yeah, and it really, I don't know, Botch just always really spoke to me right from the first time I heard them, which it would have been after they had broken up, because I think they broke up in 2002. But it was just after. So yeah, I've had more than 20 years of listening to this band, and I still absolutely love them to this day.
Isn't that always the way? You find a band and they're gone.
Yeah.
So the good news here is, like, John, well, first let me state, this is, like I need to say it, this is a band I'd never heard of before. I think my friend Josh maybe had bandied around this name before. listening to them, they sound like a band my old drummer Evan may have been into at a point. But nothing really kind of like sent those bells of, yeah, I remember this coming on my radar. So this is like a completely off the radar band for me. So that said, like, there's not a lot here, John. It's 43 songs. When you're looking at it, like, what are you looking to bring to the table? Again, this is something you've been wanting to talk about for a while. Is there's stuff that came to you like immediately?
Yeah, like, and when I first started to work on my list, I was like, okay, so like the stuff I know, like American Nervoso, We Are the Romans, 2 full lengths. I have a bunch of stuff from that. There's the singles collection, and like it's I had some of that stuff in different things. So I knew some of that stuff. I was like, this will be pretty easy. Like I'll be able to go through and, like I said, 40 something songs, get to pick, every other one. Basically, this won't be a problem. But it was much harder than I thought. Like I had to really, stress about, numbers 18, 19, and 20. Like there's some songs that are going to get mentioned that I'm not going to have, and I'm going to be upset about it. But all in all, I mean, usually, like, we got to talk about covers too. Like, Botch has 2 amazing covers, and normally that would be a spot for me to go, okay, that's something I can cut. But it didn't necessarily work out that way on this one, so I had to make room for more stuff than I usually have to make room for, and it ended up being a lot harder than I thought it was going to be.
So, Brian, being that this was a discovery, other than those few songs that you kind of checked out to do the sign up, what was this list building like? Was it, did you just build from the ground up and go there, or how did it go for you?
I did a full listen, and see, that's what's so. I said, I do listen to every type of metal. Like I usually put this under like noise metal, kind of like them and like Dillinger, and so like which I do like, but I'm not always in the mood for it. Like I have to be in the mood for it to listen to it. So if I'm not in the mood for it, I'll listen to this list and be like, nah. So I had to, make sure that I was in the right frame of mind to actually like listen to it and enjoy it and stuff like that. It was a lot tougher than I thought it was gonna be. Like getting down to that final 20 was actually tough. I mostly just went for the ones that like, I liked the most. Had a lot of those elements, like Andrew said, where you mix in like the art along with like the noise metal and stuff, and like a lot of like the kind of like tongue-in-cheek humor that they seem to have. So it was tough for me, but I think I have a good list here.
So, being a fan for them as long as you've been, Andrew, was this something that you kind of threw together fast, or were you having list envy, or was this difficult?
No, it wasn't super difficult. Not like Matt's. Like Matt's was the hardest time I've had, easily, by far. This one was relatively easy for me to get down to like the mid-20s almost right away. It did take some time getting to 20. But yeah, no, it wasn't too crazy difficult.
What I did this go round is I was playing what's the name of that card game I downloaded for free? I don't know. Balatro. I was playing Balatro and I just listened to the whole list. And look, I'll be honest, this type of metal is normally not my jam. Like normally just not something I'd be into. But there are moments in this Discog where that froze me. Like I just stopped playing and was like, oh, okay, this is what I'm after. I think, you know, if I had to pin it down, it's probably like Andrew, Bryan, you guys were talking about those artsy moments kind of finding their way in. And I was, you know, when they do what they do well, oh, you can really lock in on this band. And then there's moments where you're just kind of like, okay, yeah. I tried not to overthink it and try to really lean into those moments that made me stop and go, whoa, I liked that a lot. And I don't typically do that with a band. I try to like represent different sounds. I try to, you know, represent different albums. But no, man, I leaned heavily into whoa with this one. And to John's point, yeah, man, there are a couple really cool covers in this playlist, and I'm not gonna lie or try to say that I don't have one, because I may or may not have one. Just saying that that's again how you know that a band can do something, because if you can take a cover and make it exactly your own, you know you're onto something. So we'll talk about that as we get there. 43 songs, John. I mean, the math suggests that we should mop this one up. This should be easy. But do you think it works out that way?
So you kind of hit on you've been paying attention. My strategy now is just to do analytics and just base it on math.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the math like works out. I'm pretty optimistic just based on how many songs, but 4 people, like it throws a little bit of a wrench into it. So I'm not going to go super high, like in the 8 or 9 range, but I'm going to say 6.
I like 6. Feels right. What do you think, Bryan?
I don't know. See, I was actually gonna go low, because although you only have 43 songs, like I'm trying to think of how many I believe are home runs. Like, I don't know. I also don't want a final say, because I feel like anytime I do a discovery, I do like anytime I feel like I'm doing like a discovery, and if I win final say, I feel like the other panel members who are like lifelong fans are gonna be pissed. So I'm gonna go low just for that. And I'm gonna say 3.
Welcome to my world, friend. All right, so I mean, there's a lot of stuff open here, Andrew. You know, John is leaning positive with 6, and Bryan's going the low route with 3.
I'm gonna go bold, because I think, especially based on comments about liking, you know, the left field parts in their music, I'm gonna be optimistic. I'm gonna say 9.
Woo!
Wow.
I love it. Love that. See, Bryan's already taken my bit, so where do I go with that? You know, I'm just gonna go split right down the middle with 5. It's like the first time in a long time it's been there, so I'll take the 5. All right, we're gonna take a quick break, and on the other side of it, we're gonna play the game. It's the program.
Picture this: a curve in the road, a change in plans. Well, what do you say? With the all-new Audi Q3, the answer's always yes. Yes to adventure. Yes to escape. Yes to performance. Yes to comfort. Yes to right now. Because saying yes without hesitation, that's real luxury. The all-new Audi Q3, made for the yes life.
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink, then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. One more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3-alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
And with that, the name of the game is Deprogrammed. The four of us have combed through the Botch discography and plucked out 20 songs that we're now going to mash together in an attempt to create a top 10 starter kit for you, in case you have never given Botch the time of day. And I'm going different this time. I'm going to go with one of those moments that I talked about earlier. Like, I feel like the first time I went, whoa. And I had to stop for a second and really kind of take in what this band was doing. And funnily enough, it's a song that's already come up in conversation, and it's also a song I was listening to right before we went on, and it gave me that same feeling. So I was like, well, that's my lead off. I'm going to go with Dead for a Minute.
Yep.
Hey. Yeah, that one felt home runny when, the second time I heard it, or I guess the third time I heard it when I was listening to it today. That one really did a number on me. I was like, oh, some really great guitar tones. Come on, computer, keep up with me. Boom, 1 for 1. We'll take that. John.
All right, this is the title of this is something I've been saying to you for a long time, Justin. I'm glad someone put a song to it. How about I Want to Be a Sex Symbol on My Own Terms?
I have it.
I don't, but
Yeah, I have it.
All right. Hey,
Nice.
very nice. I'll take that 3. Might come in handy later. I don't know why I missed that one. Maybe I just didn't see the song title. All right, Brian.
Okay. All right. So I think I know where I'm gonna go. I want to say this was not spoiled for me. I didn't post my vote in the last music league until literally 5 minutes ago, and I already had this song written down before I noticed that Andrew put it up. Transitions from person to object.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I got it.
No.
Oh,
That's an interesting 3. We'll take it though. We'll take the 3. All right. Boom and boom. 3. All right, Andrew.
All right. Let's go first song, first album. Hot and Great Heat Engine.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So that song, when the first time I heard that song, and when I hear that as they're playing, I hear Dave Knudsen detuning his E string down an octave mid-song and playing that one note riff throughout, like for the part. They say that the song's about getting buried by like a volcanic eruption, I guess, or a landslide or something, I think it was. And when he screams and it buries us by the hundreds and the guitar's all tuned down and it's just that one note, like you can hear that E string slapping off of the pickups. It's so detuned. Like, yeah, just unreal.
Again, you know, I mean, first of all, I picked it because whenever you do the thing, like I'm always a huge fan of doing the thing. But like also this is like those moments where like, so I picked it initially on my first list because they do the thing. When I came back around, it stayed on my list because, again, it's another one of those whoa moments where it's like, oh, fuck yeah, this is what this band does. So, all right. Oh, shit. Back around to me. Well, this is the song I have listed at 3. My first 2 are gone already. So, how about Japan?
Hell yeah.
No, I don't have that one.
No.
All right. I really like it.
And
Yeah, I did not see that one as a 2.
I thought that one was a home run for sure. That's the second one I've thought was a home run that did not hit a home run.
I'll also say that when I asked the internet, it's the only like actual song I got. I got one person said all of them, which I was also shocked about. But Japan was the only like person who answered with just a song. So
that riff in Japan is like the best, like straightforward riff for me. As far as Botch goes, I think Japan, that riff throughout that song is my favorite riff of theirs. That isn't like a weird riff. It's just a great heavy 4/4 riff.
Yeah, into it.
Yeah. What was with the countries with the M's? Like, was that just like just like a humor, like another thing?
What label were they on? Was it Hydra Head or was it another label when they were?
Yeah, Hydra Head. Yeah.
So, what I read in an interview is like they had their own names for all of their songs, and then the label, I think because of the time, like the bands, all the, quote unquote metalcore bands doing like songs with like these long weird names and stuff. They said that Hydra Head, or their label or whatever, said they wanted them to have different names for their songs because they had really simple names, like Transitions from Persona to Object. I think they said was just called Circus because they said it sounded like a circus because of all the weird tapping and hammering and the crazy like effects and stuff. So I think that may have not had anything to do with the band, just them trying to be like silly or current.
Yeah, probably just some kind of inside joke, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't imagine it was too serious because like Aaron Turner from ISIS owns Hydra Head, and I can't see him being like, like a corporate doucher making them change their song.
Yeah. All right. Japan gets 2. John, where do you want to go?
All right, let's go to the singles. How about God versus Science?
Hell yeah.
That feels bad to not have.
Yeah, I was gonna say that one next. I was gonna say, anytime I see God versus Science, I'm gonna take it.
All right, that gets a 3 though. It's really putting that 9 on ice though, Andrew.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
I mean, all these 3s
You better get a couple more.
Yeah, all these 3s are pretty good. All right, Brian.
All right. I was gonna take that one because I love the title, mostly God versus Science. This one I originally took 2 because I love the title and because I love this person. See Thomas Howell as the Soul Man.
Yeah, I got it.
All right.
Yeah, I got it.
Yep.
Hey.
All right.
There we go. Just like that. Sitting at
I never understood that joke until recently. I was listening to a podcast called it's like a football podcast called Heed the Call, and they were talking about like the most like out of pocket like questionable moments in like entertainment history, and apparently that's actually a thing. C. Thomas Howell like did an entire movie in blackface called The Soul Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was also in The Outsider, so that's why he gets a vote. Plus, he was an awesome serial killer for a couple episodes on Criminal Minds, so he gets a vote for that too.
Jinkies McTavish. All right. C. Thomas Howell is in. Andrew.
Okay, I'm going to stay on We Are the Romans and go with one that I already kind of mentioned a little earlier. St. Matthew Returns to the Womb.
Yeah, I got it.
I got it.
No.
Oh my God.
Just out of curiosity, John, are these those ones you were talking about? that you're not going to be
Yeah.
happy?
Yeah, I don't have a good reason. Yeah, I just had to make room for other stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, at least we've
The
got
three's good.
Yeah, I mean, at least we got some favorites on these threes that seem like they'll be easy to get in. All right. All right. I'll do it. I'll do the next one. I'll do the cover. I couldn't get away from this because when I saw the title, I was like, no way, they're not doing that. And then it starts. I was like, okay. And then it keeps going. I'm like, fucking okay. Yeah, people should know about this. If I'm the only one, I'm the only one. If I'm not, O Fortuna.
Yes.
No, I don't have it.
Oh, I do. That song is amazing.
Right?
And like to sing in Latin and like the way the drums are and like the way it gets like dramatic and theatrical, like oh my god, it's unbelievable. Yes.
Yeah, dude, like I had the same thought as you did. I get ribbed a lot for, saying I'm never going to bring a cover, but it's just not true. It just has to be a really good one that showcases the band.
Oh, this is one of the best.
Yeah, this is like outstanding. Like that's Botch doing O Fortuna. That's fucking great. So, all right, I'll take that.
I regret not putting it on my list now. It is a great cover.
Well, I mean, again, I can understand, sometimes you're looking for whatever reason, right? To lose a song. So I get, the cover is the reason it goes. But, I couldn't ignore it. So, all right, John.
All right, I'm gonna do the other one. So when I saw Botch live, the only time I got to see them in Atlanta, we talked to them after the show. They did not play this cover, even though they were in Georgia. And we asked them. We were like, hey, why didn't you play, the song? And like we were living in Athens at the time. It was like, oh, you got to come to Athens and play a show and play the song. And singer was like, hey, if you get the singer of this band there, we will play it. And to my unending regret, we were not able to pull that off. But the cover still rules. It's Rock Lobster.
God bless you. I don't. I wanted to because it's equally as good. I fucking loved this again. I was like, no way. No, they're not doing the Rock Lobster, right? And then, sure enough, doom, 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 doom. I was like, oh my fucking god, this rules.
I don't have it, but I regret it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have it either. It was I think it was like 21. And as far as the covers go, I think I do prefer Rock Lobster to O Fortuna as well.
You got to play some of it, Justin. I know we don't really do that anymore, but you got to pull a little bit of it out.
Yeah, because it went into the bin. It's the first one to go into the bin. So you guys should know that that these are really good covers, or they wouldn't be brought up in conversation.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn it up just a second. Seriously, listen to that. There you go. That's all we get, because I'll get in trouble. All right. Unfortunately, Rock Lobster into the bin. Brian.
All right. How about frequenting mass transit?
No.
No.
I don't have it, but I feel like there's a caveat to that song because there's two versions of it. And the other one is on the one from We Are the Romans called Frequency Ass Bandit.
I didn't pick up on that.
Yeah, they are different, like very slightly different, but they are kind of different songs.
All right. Brian's in the bin then.
Right. I'm in the bin.
All right, Andrew.
Well, yeah, I'll just say it. Frequency Ass Bandit.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
I don't.
Yep, I like that version better.
I did not catch that they were similar. I just had Frequency Ass Bandit because it's fab. All right.
Yeah, I think Frequenting Mass Transit stayed more in 4/4 throughout the song, and Frequency Ass Bandit throws in some weird,
It's all over the place.
config.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. All right. I'll go to the end of our list here. How about 122?
Yeah.
No, that was their reunion song that just came out a couple of years ago, and I couldn't find room for it.
Oh, no, I don't have it.
I had a feeling it was like wasn't sure if it was that reunion, but I had a feeling it was something like towards the end or whatever. And I was like, oh man, it's cool that they could still do it. I didn't look at the years, but I thought it was neat. All right, we'll take that 2. Still clinging on to life? Nope. Well, yeah, technically. All right, John.
All right. Let's go with a weird one. I'm a sucker for a long song. How about "Man the Ramparts"?
Oh,
Fuck yeah.
no.
Yes.
Oh man, no. Dang it. I think
We can all do some Gregorian chant together.
That's something that I've tried to incorporate into one of my band's songs. Back to the conversation we were having earlier.
Nice.
I tried to pitch it to them like, we got to end the song with some kind of Gregorian chant as an homage to Botch.
that's fucking awesome.
And I think they have another version of this song as well called Ram the Man Parts.
Is there there's a drum and bass remix or something too?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Weirdos. Love it. All right, Man the Ramparts gets 3, and now we're starting to edge out them 2s probably. Brian.
Let's go with Framps. Framps.
I got it.
Yeah, I got it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, thank God. I'm happy because we're off that 3 now.
Someone understands my pain. Someone understands for once.
Although there's a lot of 3s here that I would dip in there easily, so it actually wouldn't be as hard as I thought.
Yeah. I really enjoyed that anthology of Dead Ends record, as a whole.
Yeah.
I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
All right.
They went out at their best for sure. At the height of their powers when they wrote that.
All right. Let me scroll this Framps up to the top. And Andrew.
I'm going to stay on Framps, and it's, as far as their discography goes, it's a weird one. It's a long one. It's might be my favorite song by them. I'm going to go with Afghanistan.
Oh.
Yes.
No. As you can tell, that dejected feeling is I definitely had that on my first pass sound.
I'm just happy that I'm landing on these with the super fan. that just gives me some validation. This is when I did Duran Duran, which I didn't really know it either.
Mm-hmm.
And I was me and Adam were hitting, or me and Gavin were just hitting and hitting. So now I'm happy.
Yeah, I get that. All right. So now what are we? Back to me, huh? I forgot to move C. Thomas Howell. All right. Let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, we've got a good couple left here. How about Ebb?
No.
No.
I'll save you. I got it.
Yeah, all right. I'll take that. I'll take it too. It, ultimately is probably in the bin, but we'll take it too. Although we're only 2 away from John's 6. Possible that it could get saved. We're 1 away from my 1 or my 5. All right, John.
I'm gonna stick with the anthology songs about closure.
Yes, sir.
No.
No, I don't have it.
Interesting.
Okay.
Another 2. All right, Brian.
How about reject spoken softly?
Yeah, I got it.
No, I don't have it.
No.
All right. Another 2. Boom, boom. And Andrew.
I'm going to go with an absolute scorcher off the first album, John Woo.
Oh. No.
No, that's a cut I was upset about.
I'll save you again. I got it.
All right.
All right.
You guys remember, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half ago when I said I'm having list regret?
Yeah.
That was the song I was listening to. I was like, oh no, I missed one.
Yeah, that one rips.
Ugh. Well, again, we're not that far away from some people who can save it. All right. How about Hives?
No, I don't have it.
Yep.
Hey, all right.
Yep, I got it too.
Hey. Take a 3 there. Again, I mean, those 2s are now just hoping to be saved because it looks like they're going to get pushed out. All right, John?
Stupid Me.
Oh, man.
No.
Yeah. I got it.
We'll take the 2 there. I would have thought for sure that one would have.
You.
Yeah, I would have thought for sure that would have landed on my list. All right, Brian.
Well, swimming the channel versus driving the channel.
No.
That's the only song on We Are the Romans that I do not have.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I can't save you this time.
Man. All right. Andrew?
Only 3. It's only 3 in the trash, though. That's pretty good.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
I'll go with one off the, what is it? The B-sides or the anthology album, whatever it is. Another funny name one. Liquored Up and Laid.
No.
No.
No, late cut, but no.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the last handful. All right. I think we got a couple more rounds in us here.
I only got one. I got 1 left.
Wow.
Whoa. I still got 5.
Yeah, I got 6.
I got 6.
1. Yeah, I mean, I have 2 that went in the bin, but I got, unless I miscounted here. Hold on.
Protein is now at Starbucks, and it's never tasted so good. You can add protein cold foam to your favorite drink or try one of our new protein lattes or matcha. Try it today at Starbucks.
Kayak gets my flight, hotel, and rental car right, so I can tune out travel advice that's just plain wrong.
Bro, Skycoin. way better than points.
Never fly during a Scorpio full moon.
Just tell the manager you'll sue. Instant room upgrade.
Stop taking bad travel advice. Start comparing hundreds of sites with Kayak and get your trip right.
Bad advice? You talking to me?
Kayak. Got that right.
No, I'm looking at a lot of.
Yeah, I wrote down all 20. Yeah, I wrote down all 20 in mine. Yeah, I'm down to 1.
All right, so this will be our last round then, and we'll dump out after that. How about Mondrian was a liar?
Yeah, I got it.
No.
I got it.
John?
All right. To our friends in the Great White North.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
No, I wish I had that one.
All right. Brian?
Sudan.
No.
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 All right. So
I have one more of those, but it's not that one.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
All right. So
I'm out.
Yeah, that means 4 is the best we're going to do. That means none of us are going to win. So we're going to have to work our way through the rest of our list. All right. Andrew.
Oh, wait, no. No, I'm sorry. I have one more. I'm an idiot.
Okay.
All right. I'll see if I can hit on that other one from the EP. Vietnam?
Yes, sir.
No.
Yep. All right, we'll take that 3.
There's a lot of threes.
Making the conversation harder now.
Yeah, really. All right. I think we still dump out even though Brian found an extra one.
Yeah, I'm down to 2.
Yeah, I'm down to 3.
I think that's where I'm at too. Oh yeah, because I didn't mark off Vietnam. All right, let me start at the top here. Dali's praying mantis.
Yep.
No.
No.
All right, we already got that one. I forgot to mark it off. In spite of this.
No.
Yeah. That's my last one.
Yes.
Hey.
I have it too.
3. And my last one, funnily enough, end of discussion.
Nope.
No.
Oh, in the bin on my last one. I went 19 for 20. Unreal.
Oh, that's rough.
Unreal. All right. So we still hit only 4. So that doesn't change. So what do you got left? 1, John?
Yep. Third part in a tragedy.
Ooh, that was a real late cut. No, I don't have it.
All right.
Then I'm 18 for 20.
There you go. And Andrew?
My last 2 are Oma and Thank God for the Worker Bees.
Oma's another one that I was listening to right before we went on that I was like, I wish I could find room for. But obviously I did not do the work. So, all right. I mean, I think it's the math here, you know, because when you look at how many 3s we have, the math just kind of wasn't mathing for us to get, you know, a bunch of unanimous. But we're off to a good start with 4.
Math.
Yeah, math. Hutton's Great Heat Engine, Dead for a Minute, C. Thomas Howell as the Soul Man, and Framps are already in. Nice. All right, so let's start looking at these 3s. We've got transitions from persona to object. I want to be a sex symbol on my own terms. God versus Science. St. Matthew returns to the womb. O Fortuna. Frequency Ass Bandit. Man the Ramparts. Hives. Vietnam. To our friends in the Great White North. Mondrian was a liar. In spite of this, and yeah, in spite of this is the last one. All right, so John, is there ones that that I read off that you're like, man, that really should have been in?
Yeah. Oh, Fortuna. Obviously, like that. It has to be in.
I mean, I hate I hate going to bat for a cover, but the fact that it found all three of us, like I also feel like it really puts the band on display, taking a song like that and making it sound like a Botch song. Andrew, you're the odd man out there. What do you think?
Oh yeah, I'm all in. Absolutely.
Boom. Were you going to say something, Brian? I'm sorry.
No, I hit a button by accident.
Oh. Okay. All right, so let's do O Fortuna. All right, Brian, you said there's a bunch of these threes that you would go to bat for. Is there one specifically standing out to you?
Well, there's a couple. So one, I want to throw my vote behind Frequency Ass Bandits, since I had Frequency Mass Transit. So I'm fine turning that into a 4. I also feel like transitions from person to object should be there too. But let's start with the Frequency Ass Bandit.
Okay.
Because that's
yeah. All right, so that gets us to 6. Before moving on, like, how do you feel about Persona, John?
It would be my first choice, but I'm willing to listen to arguments.
So let's finish this round and then come back to it. Andrew, is there one that's jumping out at you?
There's 2 that are jumping out at me, and one of them is the one that we're going to come back to.
All right.
The other one would be St. Matthew Returns to the Womb.
All right, so
yeah,
I feel like you kind of already mentioned, John, that that's one that you were going to feel bad about not having. Do you still feel that way, or is it still?
Well, I still think there's other ones. Like, I think we need something from the earlier, like, era, like the hardcore area. Like, I'm looking at, like, God versus Science. In spite of this, like, one of those I think needs to be in before we get too far deep in this and don't have room for it.
All right, what do you think, Andrew?
I would not have any argument against God versus Science going.
Yeah, that would be my choice probably too.
All right. I was the odd man out there, so as Curtis would say, and Curtis, we'd love to have you back on the show. Miss you, buddy. God versus
Helmet.
We'll get around to it. Knock me over with a feather, as he would say. All right, so now we've got God versus Science, so now we should talk about, is it a either or situation, do you think, Andrew, with Persona versus St. Matthew?
Ooh, so I was thinking earlier today, I was like, what if I got the, the power to pick the one song?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's the essential Botch song? And it came down to 3 for me. One of them would have been Hutton's Great Heat Engine, and then the other 2 were Transitions and St. Matthew.
So
I feel like Transitions, I always liked the song, and then when I saw them play it on their farewell show, like I saw the live version of it, it kind of like transcended like what it originally was on tape or on CD or whatever. Just how it just descends into just insane chaos and noise after like such a cool, like weird off kilter build up. I don't know. I feel like it defines Botch. It's like the most Botch song by Botch.
Yeah, I didn't have either one, but I would probably lean towards Transitions over St. Matthew.
All right. I mean, that sounds like a concession. I mean, we can take Transitions, right? And then proceed.
Yeah.
That's not, saying St. Matthew's out. That's just saying Transitions is in. All right. So what does that take us up to? 8? Yeah.
Yeah.
So we still have 2 more spots here. By the sounds of it, Andrew would really like it to be St. Matthew. Or one of the 2 to be St. Matthew. Is there something else kind of jumping out at you, John?
Yeah. Vietnam. Man the Ramparts. I Want to Be a Sex Symbol. Think those would be good choices as well.
So do we think that this could be a St. Matthew plus one of those situations?
I would pick 2 of those over St. Matthew, but that's just me.
Okay. What were you going to say, Andrew?
I would be fine with 2 of those over St. Matthew because all 3 of those songs are great. I'd probably personally lean towards Man the Ramparts and I Want to Be a Sex Symbol as much as I do like Vietnam. I don't want to be that guy that like just sings the praises of We Are the Romans and like what it did like for music in general. But yeah, I don't know. Those 2 songs I think would absolutely fit.
So this is an interesting thing, Brian. Like both you and I were new to this band, and I didn't have either of those songs, but you had both of them. Like, are you?
Yeah, I had both of them.
Yeah, are you on board with Sex Symbol and Man the Ramparts?
Yeah, I mean, I had Sex Symbol, Man the Ramparts, and St. Thomas or St. Matthew Returns. So, like, I mean, I'd honestly be fine with any of those 2. So, if we're gonna Man the Ramparts, I think would be my. If I were to rank the 3, Man the Ramparts would be my number 1.
All right.
So, I'll put a definite vote behind that. And then like I'd be. Let's say. I don't know. My freaking Wi-Fi keeps going down to red. Like I'd be fine with either one of the other ones.
All right. So, I mean, I feel like it's just based on what I'm hearing is it should be Sex Symbol and Man the Ramparts. If anybody disagrees, may they speak now. All right. Let me shuffle that up. I'll read it down and then we'll turn the heat up again. Like we need heat. Jeez. Did that not shift? I think it did. Come on, computer. All right. Hutton's Great Heat Engine, Dead for a Minute, C. Thomas Howell as the Soul Man, Framps, O Fortuna, Frequency Ass Bandit, God vs. Science, Transitions from Persona to Object, I Want to Be a Sex Symbol on My Own Terms, and Man the Ramparts. John, when I read down those 10 songs, which one do you think is the one?
Yeah, I'm tempted to say O Fortuna, and I still might, but my choice I think is C. Thomas Howell as the Soul Man.
Okay, all right, I like that. What do you think, Brian?
See, this is where I knew it'd be tough. C. Thomas, yes. Also, I usually try to go with one of the 4s when we do these, and like I kind of want to go with like kind of like the outlayer of like Dead for a Minute, but I also want to go with like one of like the hard hitters. Oh, they're all hard hitters, but you know what I mean.
Well, yeah, I'm just trying to think of something that'll stand out in the crowd in the best of.
Yeah.
And I mean, Thomas Howell, that song title would stick out.
That's true.
Yeah, that title definitely is what brought me to that song. Like I looked through the list and that was like one of the first songs I played. I didn't play it in order. I went to that song first because I wanted to see what was up with it. So So yeah, I would go between that and like maybe Dead for a Minute, but yeah, either way.
What do you think, Andrew?
Honestly, I would probably lean towards Rams.
Ooh.
But
yeah.
I wouldn't push too hard against like any of the ones that have been mentioned. Like Dead for a Minute's great. See Thomas Howell's great. Yeah, like I say, I probably wouldn't push back too hard, but that's where I would go would be Frams.
So interestingly, those were the three I was eyeballing. I had Dead for a Minute ahead by an eyelash, mostly for personal reasons of, that was a song that kind of I locked in on. Framps was the other one I was looking at. Just again, we keep looking at the math here, right? And the math says those four were unanimous. They found all four of us, including two dudes who had never listened to the band, worth noting. And if you look at our album representation, there's 5 from We Are the Romans, which kind of leads me towards C. Thomas Howell as being our pick, because that is the one, that's the album we have the most representation from. And maybe we should go, hey, by the way, this is from that record. I don't know. Like
I like that thought process. That makes sense.
Right? Like,
yeah. You might have convinced me there.
There we go.
So I don't know. Sounds like we're in agreement then. Let's grab that. Let's not beat around the bush, eh, fellas? C. Thomas Howell.
Yeah.
As the Soul Man will be our number one. Let me get it queued up. I'll run us down one last go, and we'll get on out of here. Dun, 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 dun.
I think that movie has been erased from the internet. I don't think you can even watch that movie anymore.
No, I don't think so.
C. Thomas Howell as the Soul Man. You can't watch it, but you can listen to it. Hutton's Great, Heat Engine, Dead for a Minute, Framps, O Fortuna, Frequency Ass Bandit, God vs. Science, Transitions from Persona to Object, I Want to Be a Sex Symbol on My Own Terms, and Man of the Ramparts rounds out our 10. Let's let C. Thomas Howell as the Soul Man, these people, these bands with their long-ass titles, let's give it a moment in the sun. Oh, yeah. There's always these moments, and I kind of forgot that this is another one of those songs that has those moments that just kind of goes, yeah, this is what this band does. All right, we've done it. We have turned you on to Botch, or maybe you were already a Botch fan and you just came to listen because you wanted to see what these 4 dudes would say about a band you like. And if that's you, you can combat us in the comments, or, conversely, congratulate us in the comments. If you're listening on Spotify, you can leave a comment and I can reply back. We can have a little conversation there on Spotify now. So if that's where you're listening, if you're going to do that, please consider giving a 5-star rating. That would help us boost the numbers and get seen in the algorithm. Same thing goes for Apple Podcasts. 5 stars and a review would be super helpful. I can't talk back to you there, but hey, if that's something that you're interested in, you can follow me on Threads at deprogrammedva or at Instagram. But like, that's really, I just post pictures of the panel. So I don't know, if that's something that you're into, you can do that. If you would like to support the show further, patreon.com/ohijustin is a place you can do it. $1 a month gets you in the door. It gets you deprogrammed before the rest of the world. It gets you the after the fact conversation that we're about to have. It gets you championship editions, whenever they happen, there first. Also, really great conversations happen there sometimes. Like sometimes, not today, but sometimes we actually get to talk to a person from the band and run our list past them. Just saying, there's 4 or 5 of those in the archives on Patreon. If that's something that you'd like to hear, then patreon.com/oh hi Justin. $1 gets you in the door. It also gets you access to our Discord server, the Legion of Stupid Discord. If you bump up to the 5, it gets you gets you access to certain channels in the Discord server, but the $1 gets you like the invite link immediately. If you'd like the invite link without paying the $1, that's cool. Just ask me for the link and come play in our Discord server. It's the Legion of Stupid Discord, where we grow a tree. Yes, we do. We are we're counting numbers. Yes, we are. And we also talk about the show Deprogrammed. We also have music leagues going. We also have, a place where you can find other panel members that, hey, man, I'd like to talk about this band. And you throw it in there and somebody signs up, kind of like how this one came together. So all those things. Also, again, we're on all podcast platforms. So whatever one, you're into, subscribe, rate, comment. Sharing is caring, but the best way you can help is by telling somebody that you listen to the show. Hey, I listen to Deprogrammed, and you should too. And with that, Botch, learn them and love them, people. We'll see you next week. Bye.